Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine and safe at home. Welcome to my online classes. Now, due to COVID 19, we are providing you online classes. So, my presentation is for all my 5A and 5D students. Now, before going to the topic, I have to discuss one information to you all. After watching my presentation, in the comment section below, you will write your name, class, so that I may know you have watched the video. It's a type of attendance and it is compulsory. So today we are going to learn chapter 1, that is the circulatory system. Now, just we will do recapitulation what you have learned in standard 3 and 4 class. Now, you have learned various organ system. So, here we will discuss about few organ system which you have learned in previous classes. Now, number 1 is respiratory system. So, nose, windpipe, lungs together form respiratory system. Now next is the digestive system. Mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, anus together form digestive system. Excretory system, kidneys, ureters, bladder, urethra form excretory system. These all systems you have learned in your previous classes. So today we will learn this chapter about circulatory system, about heart, blood, blood vessels and process of circulation. Now the circulatory system, which is our topic. Now all living organisms show many similarities in their life process. All of them eat, digest their food, draw energy from food, remove waste material and so on. Now how do nutrients, water, gases reach each and every part of our body? Now they are transferred with the help of circulatory system. Now we will know what is circulatory system. Actually, what is the definition of the circulatory system? The organ system that transport nutrients, gases and other substances to different parts of a body is called circulatory systems. Now here transport nutrients are given. Now nutrients you have studied, they are basic things which our body need. Now different nutrients are carbohydrates, protein, vitamins, minerals and fats. So they are essential for our body because our body is made up of cell and cell also need nutrients for the survival. Gases also like oxygen. We take oxygen and we give out carbon dioxide. So this all process, all system are working together. Now we will proceed to the next topic. Now what is the function of circulatory system? As we have discussed, it provides nutrients. It also removes waste from the body. It circulates the blood to different parts of the body. Now, what circulatory system is made up of? Now, the circulatory system is made up of three components. That is the heart, blood vessels and blood. Now one by one we will discuss about all the components of the circulatory system. Now here comes the heart. The heart is a strong muscular organ located in the center of the chest slightly towards the left side. Means it is on our left side slightly. Now it is roughly the size of your fist. Its function is to pump blood around the body with the help of blood vessels. Now fist is given. What do you mean by fist? Now, a hand with finger close together tightly makes a fist. In Hindi, we call mutti. So, the heart can be occupied in our fist. That much is the size of the heart. Now, the heart is made up of muscles. What kind of muscles? The heart muscles is cardiac muscles. Now, how does the heart work? Now, you see in the animated image I have given here, you see the arrow is coming out. Two color arrow is there. The right side is red color arrow and the left side is showing the blue color arrow. Now, this implies that it split into two sides. The right side receives blood from the body and pumps it to the lungs, and the left side receives blood from the lungs and pumps it out to the body. So this is basically how the heart works. Now here is a human heart diagram, a well-labeled human heart diagram. Now here I have given chambers of the heart. Now you are in standard 5. So many sections are there. A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. 6 sections are there. Like that also, heart is also divided into 4 sections. What we call chamber. Okay. The upper 2 section and the lower 2 section. The upper 2 section is the left atrium and the right atrium, and the lower 2 section is the left ventricle and the right ventricle. Now we'll see the diagram. At the right side it is labeled pulmonary artery is there, pulmonary vein is there, the valve is there. Okay. Now inferior vena cava is at the down. Now again 2 valves are given, and at upper side superior vena cava is given. Now the 2 chambers at the top are called the right atrium and the left atrium, which we have discussed in previous slide. Okay. Now their function is to fill with returning blood from the body and lungs, and the 2 chamber down, that is the right and left ventricle, they pumps blood out to the lungs and body. Now our circulatory system is made up of different components. We have discussed what was heart. Now we will discuss about blood. Now human body contains up to 5 liters of blood. Now it is made up of 3 types of blood cells floating in a liquid called plasma. Now plasma is a liquid in which blood cells are present. Means in our blood most of the quantity is plasma. Now it is pale yellow in color and makes the largest part of blood. Now what is the color of our blood? The color of our blood is red. Now why it is red? Because of the presence of cell. Which cell? Red blood cell. As by the name only you can guess, red is there. So we will discuss here red blood cell or RBC. Now red blood cells carry oxygen to the other cells of the body. Now as you know, our body is made up of cells, millions and trillions of cells. Cells combines and make tissue, tissue combines and make organ, organ combines, different organ combines and make organ system, and various organ system combine and make a organism. So the smallest part is cell. So our cell also need, each cell in our body needs nutrient, gases, minerals, vitamins for the survival. So who will give? The red blood cells will give oxygen to the cell. Okay. Now red blood cells are abundant cell type. That's why it is in the blood, the quantity ratio wise if we will see, most of the cell present in the blood is red blood cell. That's why our blood is red in color. Now one thing more, the why the red blood cell is, our blood is red in color because of the red blood cells. Now why red blood cell is red? because of the presence of hemoglobin. Now we'll take an example of tree. Okay, in the tree leaves are there. Now leaf is green in color. Why? Because of the presence of pigment called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll gives green color to the leaf. Like that also the hemoglobin, which is present in red blood cell, gives the cell red color. That's why the red blood cell looks red. Now it transport oxygen to all parts of the body and bring back carbon dioxide to lungs for removal from the body. So when we breathe in, we take oxygen gas inside. When we breathe out, carbon dioxide is expelled out from the body. Now platelets are there, the next component which is present in our blood. Now platelets are important in clotting the blood and forming a scab. Now what is the meaning of scab? Scab is a mass of dried blood that forms over a part of the body where the skin has been cut. Now in Hindi what we call scab? Papdi. Papdi jam jana? Okay. Now what is the function of platelet? Now you see here the right side I have given one animated image. Now in this you see, because of getting hurt, the cell wall here, the blood vessels wall is ruptured. A space is there. Now from that space, all the cells are coming out. Means blood is coming out. Blood contains cells, red blood cells, platelets, white blood cells. Okay. So it's coming out. To stop that, who will stop? The platelets will stop. Okay. So here you see the platelets near the ruptured area becomes active and it fill the empty space so that the blood will not flow out. If the blood is flown out, what will happen? There will be loss of blood, and due to the loss of blood, adequate loss of blood, okay, if in case, the person may collapse also. So who is helping? The platelets is helping to fill the place there. Suppose your book is torn, okay, you have to paste it. Now you can paste it with the help of sellotape also, with the help of Fevicol also, the glue also. So like that also, when our body get hurt, ruptured, the cells open. Now who will close it? The open space, the platelets will close it. Now proceeding to the next cell, that is white blood cell, WBC. Now the function of WBC is to hunt down germs that cause infection and eat them up. Now the germs may be bacteria, virus. Now you see a pandemic virus is there, coronavirus. Our body has to fight from the virus, and it is said, you have heard in the news also, in the paper also, we should keep our immune system strong, then only we can fight from infection. Now how we will do our immune system strong? By taking balanced diet, proper sleep, regular exercise, drinking adequate amount of water. These all things will make our immune system strong, and if our immune system is strong, they will fight, means WBC will be strong and they will fight from diseases if they enters in our body. So actually the white blood cells are called the soldier of the body. What is the role of the soldier? To fight from the terrorist and protect us or our country. Now proceeding to the next is the last part is the blood vessels. Now blood travels around the body in tubes called blood vessels. Now this movement of blood is called circulation. Now there are three types of blood vessels: arteries, veins and capillaries. Now arteries carry oxygenated blood from heart through the body. Now what is the meaning of oxygenated? The blood which is having adequate amount of oxygen is called oxygenated blood. And who will take oxygen? The red blood cell role is to take oxygen and the carbon dioxide also from the body, and it will be spilled out with the help of lungs. Now veins carry deoxygenated blood back to the heart. Deoxygenated blood means the level of the oxygen, means the oxygen is very less in the blood. Capillaries are smaller blood vessels where oxygen is taken from blood and given to other cells. Now, as you know, our body is made up of different cells. Each cell needs nutrients, okay, gases, materials for survival. Suppose birthday is there. Though your friend is distributing toffee. Now he will distribute to each and every student, okay, one by one. Your ma'am say this question is there, question paper is there, pass it out. So what will happen? One student will pass to other student will pass to other student. Like that also in the cell, one cell will pass to the other cell will pass to the this. So from where the cell will take all the nutrients? From the capillaries. They are very thin in structure. Now we will also discuss about difference between arteries and vein. Now number 1 is arteries carry blood from the heart and vein bring blood back to the heart. Second is arteries carry oxygenated blood which is expelled by pulmonary artery. Now all artery carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery. It carry deoxygenated blood. Now vein carry deoxygenated blood with exception of pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein, all vein contain deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein because it contain oxygenated blood. Now arteries are situated deep in the tissue. It is very deep inside our skin. We cannot see. Now vein are closer to the skin surface. It is closer to the skin surface. Now you see your hand. You can see greenish blue line in your hand. Mostly all of our body, but it's most visible on the hand. Okay. So the main vein are superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. Superior vena cava, it delivers blood from head and chest area of the heart, means half upper portion of the heart. Takes blood, which blood? Deoxygenated blood. Inferior vena cava will take deoxygenated blood from the lower region of the heart, means from the waist to the legs. Now walls of the arteries are thick and elastic. The wall is thick and elastic. Why it is thick? Because here when the heart gives blood to the artery, it is given in high pressure. That's why the wall should be strong. Otherwise what will happen? It will burst and the blood will flow out. The walls are thinner in the veins. Why? Because here the blood flow is smooth and under low pressure. In artery, the blood is flowing high pressure. In vein, the blood is flowing with low pressure. Arteries do not have valve, the opening and closing. Okay. Vein have valve to prevent backflow of the blood. Now, why does the heart beat? The next topic is heartbeat. Dhak 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 sound is there, na? So that is heartbeat. Why it is caused? Now the beating of the heart is caused by the heart walls contracting and squeezing the blood out. Now we will discuss about contraction and relaxation of heart. Actually, the wall of the heart, that is cardiac muscle wall, contract means sukarna. Relax means वापस अपने position में आना. So we will discuss. So during relaxation, the valve open and blood will flow from pulmonary vein and vena cava to the left and right atrium, means the upper two chamber of the heart. That will be during relaxation. Okay. Now during that will make a sound. During contraction, the wall of the heart will contract and the blood from upper chamber will be passed to the lower chamber, that is left and right ventricle, and further contraction take place. So blood will flow through the pulmonary artery and aorta. So this contraction and relaxation produces a throbbing sound, what we call lub sound and dub sound. Lub and dub. So this is the process heart cycling process. Okay, relaxation, contraction. Okay, so actually it is lub and dub sound, but in the common language we say dhak 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 dhak. Okay, we'll do one activity of just understanding relaxation and contraction. Now you take a deep breath. What will happen? The heart muscles is contracting. Okay, now you leave the breathe out. Now the heart muscles in coming in a relaxed way. Okay, so this process is going on, relaxation and contraction. Now valve in the heart control the blood flow through it. They open to allow the chambers to fill and then close after each pump of the heart to prevent blood flowing backward. Now the sound of the heart beating is made by this closing, the lub-dub sound, which we have discussed. Now what is the pulse? Now this throbbing, the contraction and relaxation of heart causes a throbbing sound which we can also feel. Where we can feel? We can feel this at the neck side, the wrist side. When we will press two fingers lightly on your neck or wrist, the blood pumping through our blood vessels. Now it is called pulse rate. The normal resting pulse rate should be between 70 to 100 beats per minute. Now in in 1 minute 72 times approx the heart beats, means contraction and relaxation. Now during exercise this rate will be higher as your body needs more energy. So when we are doing any exercise or the physical work, that time our body needs more energy and more oxygen. Suppose you are taking part in sports, okay, 100-meter race. Your sports is over, you're relaxed. Now how the sound will come? Means that time your lungs is also working fast because it needs oxygen. Now who will provide oxygen? The lungs will breathe in the oxygen and give it to the lungs, and the lungs will give the oxygenated blood with the help of the heart to the different parts of the body. Okay, so that time the heart function is also more and the lungs function is more. Okay, so that time if they are working fast, then what will happen? The throbbing beating will be fast, so the pulse rate will be also high that time. Now here is a situation. Rahul is watching television while Tom is skipping. Now whose pulse rate will be higher? Obviously Tom's. Why? Tom's blood pulse rate is higher because during exercise your muscles are working harder and need more oxygen. Now here is a topic, stethoscope. Now it is a device which is used by doctor to listen the heartbeat and pulse. So we can hear the heartbeat and pulse with the help of instrument called stethoscope. Now you see the child is listening his heartbeat with the help of stethoscope. Now here is a flow chart of blood circulation in a simple way, because blood circulation is little complicated. So I have made in a flow chart way so that you can learn it in an easy way. Now the blood from the body, the upper portion of the body and the lower portion of the body will give blood. Now superior vena cava will give from the upper portion of the body and inferior vena cava from the lower portion, which we have discussed in previous slides. Now these two vena cava will give deoxygenated blood to the right atrium and the valve will open. The deoxygenated blood will be passed to the right ventricle. Okay. Now with the help of pulmonary artery, now all artery contain oxygenated blood except this artery, pulmonary artery. Now with the help of this artery, the deoxygenated blood or oxygen less blood will be given to lungs for oxygenation. Oxygenation means the lungs will give oxygen to the red blood cells. In the blood means who will take? The red blood cell will take, and it with the help of red blood cells, it will be passed to different parts of the body. Now, lungs will give, with the help of pulmonary vein, it will give to the left atrium, then to the left ventricle, with the help of aorta. Now, aorta is the largest artery in our body. With the help of aorta, it will be given to different parts of our body. Now, this was the blood circulation. Now, how to keep your heart healthy and strong? By doing exercises. Now, here are the benefits of doing regular exercise. Now, you see in the center, the boy is running. Running, jumping, skipping, cycling. These are the various types of exercises. What are their use? Exercise maintain our body posture. The right side will see. Second is they manage our weight. The third is promotes better sleep. The fourth is fight from diseases. The fifth is improves our state of mind. And the last is strengthen our hearts and lungs. These are the benefits of doing regular exercises. Now here it is given types of exercises. So many types of exercises here, but here two it is given. Aerobic exercises and yoga. In aerobic exercises, cycling, walking, running, playing, etc. these all counts. Now what is the benefits of aerobic exercise? It helps the heart to work better. Now the right side is yoga. It includes breath control, body posture and concentration. Now in your book also yoga asana is given. Here sun salutation is given. So you can do in the morning time. It will keep your body fit and strong. Thank you for watching my video. Now don't forget to write your name, class, section in the comment box. Section why I am telling? Because two classes are there, 5A and 5D. Stay at home, stay safe.